Well, hi there. This is Lori Keith with Romantic Planet Vacations, and welcome everyone to our Destination Weddings and Honeymoons webinar on St. Lucia. So we'll get started, and just so you know, I'm recording the presentation, and we'll upload it to our website afterwards as well. All right, so we'll just start off by telling you a little bit about Romantic Planet Vacations. Basically, we opened up in 2004, and we're Canada's first nationwide specialist in honeymoons and destination weddings. We have assisted over 5,000 couples with their travel arrangements, and we have inspected over 400 resorts in the past 5 years. In fact, we have had the opportunity to inspect properties in St. Lucia as well, and we'll go through those. 100% of our past customers surveyed say they would book with us again. We charge no service fees for group bookings, and we offer complimentary wedding website and e-flyers for all wedding groups. We're the only travel company in Canada to offer wedding guests complimentary online booking for your wedding 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. 97% of our brides and grooms who book with us receive a complimentary room upgrade at the resort. We have personal relationships with over 200 wedding coordinators worldwide. So we are a small company with a very big heart. So I'd like to introduce you to our travel partner, Allison Theodore, and she's here with us from Toronto and the St. Lucia Tourist Board. Hi, Allison.
Hi, Lori. Hi, Jess.
How are you?
Oh, I'm wonderful. A bit cold here in Toronto. Wish I was in sunny St. Lucia.
Me too, definitely. And I'm sure all of our guests would like that as well. So let's show them how we can get them there.
Excellent. So welcome once again. I want to thank everyone for joining us, and especially to Lori and Romantic Planet. And you know, the hassle-free wedding in paradise has really become a really popular choice for people who are getting married. And this evening I'm hoping to take a look at one of the top wedding destinations of choice, which is the legendary island of St. Lucia. So for those of you who are not familiar with St. Lucia, it's located in what is known as the Eastern Caribbean. We are very far south, close to South America actually, making us a very warm tropical destination year-round with the cool trade wind breezes coming in frequently, so you're not too overheated. And just some quick facts that are helpful to note. St. Lucia is a very small island, only about 238 square miles, so you could tour it in a day if you wanted to. Very small population, only 170,000, so you're guaranteed a very intimate and unique experience. We're part of the Commonwealth, so what this means is that, you know, just like Canada, our official language is English, but we've got a really rich history. We actually switched hands between the British and French 14 times, believe it or not, 7 times British, 7 times French. And so what that has left us with is a Creole heritage. So you'll often hear this Creole language being spoken around the island, and this of course just makes for you know, an even more exotic experience while you're there. In terms of money matters, well, all you need to know is you're 3 times as rich as when you get there. We use the Eastern Caribbean dollar, and transportation is really easy. Licensed taxis, you know, car rentals, you name it. And the only thing to remember is that we do drive on the left-hand side of the road, and it's over hilly, lush, green terrain and a few winding roads. But of course, our best feature is the people. You know, St. Lucia is a small, safe, and friendly destination, so St. Lucians are very hospitable, and they simply want you to experience the best of the island, and, you know, it's a safe destination.
Allison, sorry to interrupt. I can't see your screen or your presentation right now. Is it running?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. Is it
oh, there we go.
Now?
Yes.
Oh, sorry about that. So you missed all the other slides.
Okay.
Okay. Alrighty, so the beauty of getting to St. Lucia, very easy. We're about 5 hours flight from Toronto. That's where our nonstop service starts from. But it connects very easily out of Calgary with no overnighting, both going and returning. And of course, you would consult Romantic Planet to get your wedding group there, but the service is on Air Canada, WestJet, we've got Transat Holidays, the charters, and there are connections via the States as well. So there are lots of options to get your wedding group there, you and your guests, to St. Lucia. Now, why St. Lucia as a wedding destination? Well, you know, the beauty of the island is just legendary. It is a tropical paradise. It's just made for romance. It's lush, it's green, and, you know, so romantic, exotic. Even travelers who are really familiar with the Caribbean are usually very wowed by the scenery of St. Lucia, in particular these two mountains that you're seeing here, the Piton Mountains. And this is the typical look and feel of the island. It's just an island of breathtaking beauty, and you can't think of a better backdrop for a day to remember. And I'm sure Lori can speak to that because she visited St. Lucia and got a chance to see a bit of the island. Would you agree, Lori?
Oh, absolutely. It's such a stunning island with amazing scenery, and yes, the pitons are so dramatic.
And you know, we've got beautiful beaches, exotic coastlines. We're often referred to actually as the Hawaii of the Caribbean, and you know, many compare us to a Tahiti or a Fiji, you know, other islands in the South Pacific. It's very, very exotic. And of course, the Pitons, as Lori mentioned, these are the UNESCO World Heritage Sites, these twin peaks here, and they're actually one of Oprah's top 5 places to see in your lifetime. So, you know, the beauty of St. Lucia is just tailor-made for your wedding. So it's really no wonder that St. Lucia is one of, you know, people's top choices for destination weddings. And in fact, we're so good at it that we continue to be voted #1 in the wedding and honeymoon destination at the World Travel Awards by several of the top travel magazines and all the, you know, destination wedding authorities. But the most important thing to really remember is that there are no residency requirements. And what that means is that there's no waiting period before you get married in St. Lucia. So you can be on island for 2 days, 3 days, an hour. You can get married right away. And that's really important to know because it's not easy like that in a lot of the Caribbean islands. The requirements are really, really simple. There are no blood tests, easy paperwork. There's a list here of, you know, the very simple documents that are required. And of course, with the no residency policy, you know, you can get married as soon as you arrive on island. Very simple procedure. You just mail all your documents in advance, the originals, and Romantic Planet through the registrar, and Lori mentioned she has the connections with all the various wedding coordinators on island, prepares the license, so all is in order once you arrive on island. But if you don't mind waiting, you know, 3 days or more before getting married, you would then be able to just send in copies of your documents. They don't need to be originals. They can be, they can be emailed in, and just trying to get this screen. Is everybody seeing the screen?
I see.
Are you seeing the,
yeah, I see right now. Don't mind waiting 3 days on island before getting married.
Okay, great. But you're not seeing a purple box? No.
No.
Okay, great. Great. Just trying to move forward here. Okay. And so in terms of, you know, when you're in the Caribbean, there's so many different options of venues for you to get married at, and St. Lucia certainly has a lot of choices. Beaches, of course, are always a very, very popular choice. You know, St. Lucia's got, oh my goodness, we're blessed with so many different types of sand, black sand, white sand. You know, you could just picture your wedding day on the soft sand. Very, very exotic. There also are a number of gazebos throughout the island, which are very popular choice. Most of the hotels have them right on property. And, you know, you can also have gazebos brought to private locations on island, of course, all arranged by Romantic Planet. Also, the waterfalls, very popular choice for younger couples. You tend to see the more adventurous doing that, having their wedding there at the waterfall. A wedding on the ocean, that's another very popular choice, on the catamaran with the pitons or just the lush background of St. Lucia as your backdrop. Gorgeous. Tropical gardens, of course, it's, you know, it goes hand in hand with St. Lucia. Everywhere you turn, it's lush, it's green, so that's just an obvious choice. This actually is at one of our resorts, Rendezvous. This is the typical look and feel of the island. Very lush and green, but there are a lot of gardens all around the island that are wonderful to get married at. We also have, of course, a lot of historical parks. This here is Pigeon Island, which is very, very popular. You actually have, you're surrounded by the Caribbean Sea to one side and the Atlantic to the other. So the location is just stunning, absolutely gorgeous. It makes for a beautiful, beautiful wedding. And of course, you know, the beach weddings at night, I do want to make mention that you can have the sunset weddings in St. Lucia, so that's important to know. You could even get married underwater if you want. It's quite interesting. This happens at one of our resorts at Chasney. They actually marry you on land, but then they, quote-unquote, repeat the vows underwater using sign language. So how cool is that? So, you know, it's basically you dream it, we make it happen in St. Lucia. And then, of course, the pitons, those two mountains. I mean, these are really wonderful backdrops. It's a breathtaking backdrop for your wedding. Romantic Planet can, of course, arrange for you to use this location at any one of our hotels in Soufrière. This is at Jade Mountain, for example, and you can just imagine holding your wedding at this breathtaking spot, you know, and this actually is where they had the proposal for the bachelor last year. So it's just absolutely breathtaking.
And weren't you and I there, Allison, when they were filming it?
I know.
Trying to sneak up on the... Yep.
Absolutely. And of course, you know, the beauty is that you get to retire to your luxurious sanctuaries at Jade Mountain, you know, with your butler service, you know, pure luxury after the wedding. Absolutely gorgeous at Jalousie. Another one in Soufrière, Ladera. Oh my goodness, this is absolutely gorgeous. Again, beautiful views of the pitons. Gorgeous area called the Paradise Pavilion. This can hold up to 100 guests. It's absolutely gorgeous. And you know, this room here actually leads to that Paradise Pavilion that I showed you here before, right? And the bride can get dressed. It's a perfect place to have their honeymoon afterwards, and it's absolutely gorgeous. The Paradise Pavilion at Ladera. Rendezvous, of course. Oh my goodness, absolutely gorgeous. There's so many resorts really catering to weddings in St. Lucia. Rendezvous is a beautiful boutique, couples-only property. We have 3 wonderful Sandals properties, you know, with their millionaire suites. Coconut Bay Resort and Spa, that's another really, really great location, great option where you've got a family side and an adult side. So great for groups where you want to bring, you know, the whole family together in one location, not just couples only. And Coconut Bay actually now offers lighthouse weddings. Can you imagine, you know, on top of a huge mountain, getting married near the lighthouse, and they have a great area where you actually do have the wedding take place. It's absolutely gorgeous, really, really nice. And another great option, Bay Gardens Resorts. Again, another good option for group weddings because there are 3 properties. They're all at 3 different price levels, and that allows your guests the ability to all travel to the beautiful destination of St. Lucia depending on their budgets. But, you know, finally, the real beauty, of course, of a destination wedding is that, you know, once you're married, you can start your honeymoon right away in legendary St. Lucia. where you can experience fine dining and, wonderful locations such as these. This is the typical look and feel of the island, whether, you're relaxing, getting those amazing spa treatments that are unique to St. Lucia with our volcanic elements as a couple. So many different unique activities to enjoy as a couple. We even have a drive-in volcano, with the mud baths and hot springs. It's just such a really romantic experience for couples. So St. Lucia definitely is the spot for weddings and honeymoons. I hope that this gave you, a few ideas of what Romantic Planet can do for you. If you have any questions, of course, feel free to contact us at the St. Lucia Tourist Board. Our toll-free number and email address is there. But of course, Romantic Planet, they will put everything together with you. Lori's been to the island. She knows all of these resorts and more that we've gone through. And she really is the specialist on St. Lucia.
Right, thank you very much, Allison. That was excellent. I hope that our guests can see the lushness and the color and the flair of the island, but I wish they could also experience the hospitality too, because that was a big highlight for me in my stay. The people are so friendly, and you just feel like you're at home in St. Lucia. Okay, I'm going to switch it back over to my screen here, and then here we go, and I'll just wrap things up. Oops.
Ooh.
Sorry. 1 minute here. All right. So just to give some people some ideas of the sample group rates, and if you're considering a destination wedding in St. Lucia, for example, the Bay Gardens that Allison had mentioned, we have a rate here which is now expired, but just to give you an idea, at $15.14 plus tax, so quite reasonable and quite comparable to other destinations. St. Lucia, the Coconut Bay Resort for $17.86 plus tax in November, and the all-inclusive Almond Smugglers Cove for $2,000 plus tax from Toronto. And then the Sandals properties as well. So this is an example of the Sandals Grand for $23.50 from Calgary plus the tax. And these are just to give you some ideas of these all-inclusive package rates, including your air, your hotel, your 7 nights all-inclusive accommodations. And so for more information, of course, you can visit our website at www.romanticplanet.ca. If you click on the Destination Weddings tab, we have quite a lot of information about planning your destination wedding. And then when you click on the Honeymoons tab, we have an online searchable engine. So you can punch in from your gateway into St. Lucia, and it'll pull up all the live availability and rates. So for weddings, things such as we list properties that offer you free wedding packages as well as early bird bride bonuses, properties that cater to green weddings, so they're eco-friendly. We also list complimentary passengers, so some packages and resorts will give you every, for example, 11th adult free or 16th adult free. And then we also have on our website properties that we highly recommend for families as well. We also have an online honeymoon gift registry for those who don't want another toaster. Guests can pretty much contribute any dollar amount towards your honeymoon, or the unique thing with our online honeymoon gift registry is that your guests can also contribute towards an add-on to your stay, such as a couples massage or a sunset cruise, etc. So why book with Romantic Planet Vacations? Well, definitely we have the passion and commitment to serve you. Again, we have that expert advice and coordination because we are the honeymoon and destination wedding specialists in Canada. We offer you free wedding website, free save-the-date e-flyers and invitations, the free passengers with selected resorts, as I had mentioned, no service fees, and we'll book your wedding date and time with the on-site wedding coordinator. We're your one-stop shop for all your travel requirements, including your tours, your airport transfers, etc. And we work with you and your guests with all of their questions and bookings. We definitely shop around for you so you don't have to. And we're the most knowledgeable with the highest site inspections than any other agency. As we had mentioned, I'm not sure, Allison, if you recall how many properties we inspected on that trip, but there were plentiful.
More than I can mention.
But
well over 20.
Yes.
Resorts.
And all invaluable. So now we have that knowledge that we can pass on to our brides and grooms and their guests. And as we had mentioned, we are the honeymoons and destination wedding experts. So here's our information on how to contact us today. We'd love to hear from you and set up any quote or bookings to St. Lucia. And right now I'll just open up the panel to any questions out there. So you can click on your panel under questions and either type it in, or I will also open up the microphones as well in case anybody wants to speak. All right. So again, just another couple seconds if you want to enter some questions on the right-hand panel for either Allison or myself in regards to honeymooning and having your destination wedding in St. Lucia. Okay, great. So if there's no more questions, you do have our contact information there, and we'd love to hear from you and set you up with the most romantic holiday to St. Lucia. Thanks, Allison.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, and hope to see you in St. Lucia.
Bye-bye.
Bye.